Well, hello friends, Fujosevich here. Welcome back to some Elemental Shaman as we have queued ourselves into a nice big juicy Shaman and apparently probably a very similar deck. So we have a little bit of a... So all that has happened so far, I tend to skip the first couple turns. We Fireflied, our opponent Jade Clawsed. We coined out a Stonehill Defender. And now we have the question of, do we want Senjin or Alakir? Booty Bay, cool place in WoW, but not really useful right now for this game. Senjin might be good just to keep tempo with that mid game, but Alakir is so powerful, and it has that elemental tag. Honestly, I'm going to take Senjin just because our hand right now is very reactive, and I'd rather have things that we can be doing because we have a turn 3. Uh-oh. What is that doing here? Whoa, our opponent just literally playing it to cycle. Okay. We have the option to Maelstrom. I'm not going to take it. I will just discover, and now we can take a big minion. We hope we get a big minion. If this is aggro, if we're facing aggro, obviously, I think we want the healing, but thing from below, I don't know how much we're going to hero power, actually. I think we'll just take the bigger minion at this point. Maybe the bigger minion will matter more later on. And this is something that combos excellently with Spirit Echo, and one of the reasons why I might want to reassess some of the top end of this deck. Like maybe we get rid of our Blaze Caller and we throw in a thing from below, and then maybe we look for one other minion to actually cut to make room for thing from below as well. Yeah, Senjin is fine here. That means next turn, on turn 5, we can Tar Creeper hero power. Then on turn 6, we can hero power thing from below. If all we're doing, again, if all we're doing is playing our, you know, slow, just throw a minion onto the board and say go type of turns. But then we obviously have a whole bunch of stuff we can be doing instead. And Tazdingo is just a strong card in general, right? And we have the Hex for when our opponent plays their Aya. And hopefully then our opponent doesn't have Hex for when we play Aya. Is the hope. And there we go. So we're off to a little bit of a discovery game, which is cool. Oh, and a golden one, which is always fun, right? That's kind of interesting, actually, the way that's going to play out in terms of... Let's get a totem first. It's tauntage. If it was healing, we attack every single time. I think we don't attack here. We have a lot of power on board for our opponent to have to deal with. Obviously, there could be a fire elemental coming out now from our opponent, but I'm not expecting it. Well, remember when we were talking about saving our Hex for something? We just found it. That has to get Hexed, right? Like, there's no way that stays alive. And then the question is, would we be willing to Maelstrom Portal? Or do we just want a hero power? If we Maelstrom Portal, we can clear... We just leave up the totem. And then we have Lightning Storm. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I play a little aggressively. Well, that's not helping us now. It's decent in terms of being statted. Do I even need to play this? Like, I can't imagine... There is a world where I would just discover next turn. But I don't think I would right now. So this is, although maybe I should have played it so I could have comboed with the Malchezaar's Imp to get through this, but I think we'll be okay regardless. That's a really big Hex, actually, that forced out of me. Because if we hadn't done that, like if that last Stonehill Defender hadn't pulled that out, we would have been able to save our Hex for something else. Oh, that's a much better result for us, let's just say. 3, 4, 5, 6. We can attack 3... 4, 5, not good enough. 3, 4, and then we can heal up with the hero power. Maybe we just need to go. Maybe we need to be the ones who are a little aggressive here, right?
I
wonder. 3, 4, 5, 6 gets rid of Stegodon, but then sets us up kind of weak for AoE. And then we can't do anything in terms of healing. If we go here and just go 3 and 4 and wait... It doesn't really help. It doesn't really serve us any purpose. So I think we have to do it this way. And as much as I would love now to, you know, obviously I'd love to be able to hero power, get a healing totem, and that kind of makes us feel a lot more safe. Because our opponent, we know, they're playing a similar deck to us, right? We know that there's going to be AoEs. We know, oh, Primordial Drake is excellent for our opponent. Oh, that's a pretty good result though too now, isn't it? Obviously if we could get both of these off, we'd be laughing. Can't always get what you want. We can go 4 plus 2 is 6. We can go 3 plus 6. It's a little wasteful though, but then it does allow that hero power. And then it also saves the 4, which eventually will be more powerful. And as much as this is, you know, it's obviously not the best trade for us here. It's still decent because we maintain a board. I don't want to say a strong board, but at least a board. And the 6 attack will be able to do a little bit of work here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. This is a real Jade deck. This is a real Jade deck that we're facing here. And 1 draw off of that. Spirit Echoes could be interesting right now for us. I said Spirit Echoes could be... No, that's fine. How do we do this? How do we do this? We could just Blaze Caller now. Blaze Caller hero power. So we Blaze Caller the 4. But I kind of love Jade Lightning as a 4. If we hero power, this goes 2 plus 3 is 5, then 4 is 9. So we'll do that. The issue is then we don't have an elemental. Oh. The issue here is we don't have an elemental for next turn. For if, you know what, I think we need to actually do it this way. As much as our opponent's board trades very well right now, and we're not exactly weak to AoE, but you know, AoE allows our opponent to trade. I love having Blaze Caller activated so that if our opponent does throw down another Jade, especially the 5/5 twins. Ugh. Oh, so good. That is such a good card. If that has to eat a Hex, that's really, really good for us in terms of inefficient removal from our opponent. Which is one of those things that you're kind of always looking for, right? Like if our opponent's going to have to use multiple resources to deal with one of our cards, that's a really good 5-drop right now, actually. Because that adds a pretty strong minion into our deck. We're just waiting to Blaze Caller the next, There we go. We can Blaze Caller. I'm happy Blaze Callering that. Are you kidding me? I'm super happy doing that. And our Jades can start growing the next turn. Or we can start growing our Jades now. I wonder if our opponent would run 2 of those, though. Would they run 2 Devolves? This isn't even awful. This isn't even awful to lose either. No, let's... You know what? We're going to need to save something. Let's just do it this way. So I want to save something for my Spirit Echo, and I do want to activate my what are those things called? What's this deck again? Elementals? I want to activate my Elementals for next turn. Or did we? Oh, we did. It was so long ago. I took so long on that turn, I totally forgot. Oh, Volcano. Excellent. We don't have 15 on board, do we? Hey, that's a good card to have in our deck. That's okay. That's a good slow turn from our opponent. I don't mind it. Flame Tongue. That's a super slow card. I'm gonna wait. Oh, shoot, that's really bad. Do I attack here? No, because of Healing Totem. Oh, these are really, really reactive bad cards in our hand right now. And we actually have a lot of bad top decks. That's also really bad for us. That's what we wanted our Blaze Caller for, but I think we had to do it the way that we did it. Spell power, please. 3s and 2s. I think we're basically going all out with the AoE here. As bad as this might end up working for us.
Elements guide me. Elements guide
That's pretty good, to be fair. To be fair, that's pretty good. I mean, there's no way we're going to play Thing from Below now. Like, Thing from Below needs to get hit with... Oh, that's pretty rough for us. There's no doubt about that. Oh, that's a really good card. I think I've seen this list, actually. Oh, no. Our opponent got a way better Spirit Echoes. Give me those pirates. We don't have any sort of mass A. Oh, this card's going to beat us right now. That's the card that's going to beat us. That's kind of cool. I think we're still just going to lose to an AoE now. Our opponent hasn't played any AoE other than the Devolve. So I think we basically just lose to that. And now, yeah. We lose to that, and then the fact that, you know, our opponent got to hit a good... Our opponent hit a good Spirit Echo, where we didn't. Oh, why didn't they throw that out as well? Oh, we'll just attack just to have one less thing to get way over the top Bloodlust. I'm guessing this card is Bloodlust, just so we're clear. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Still too little too late, but that's okay. Ooh, very rough. Oh, Evolve. Okay, well, it was in our opponent's hand for a long time. Wow. Double Storm Watchers. There's nothing we can do that has any sort of resemblance of mattering right now. So we'll Bloodlust. Oh my. It was a fun game, but this has been a few Shaman mirrors now where our opponent gets the Spirit Echo and we don't. And honestly, I think that's the major deciding factor. Is that you need to hit that Spirit Echo to continue that value to the point where you just overrun your opponent with value in card resources. Oh well, eventually we'll get some of those games ourselves. Okay, so our opponent, Hunter, I'm guessing Midrange Hunter, threw out a Timberwolf on turn 1 and then no follow-up. I am honestly tempted to coin out the Stonehill Defender simply because this isn't going to get buffed to the point of scaring us. And then we can play the Jade Claws when we know that 2 attack is going to matter a little more. These are all bad, but I'll go Thing from Below. We might have time to Hero Power a few times. Maybe? Maybe not. And we do have the ability to take out some AoE if our opponent goes super wide on their board. Wow, Hunter's Mark, though. Very interesting. That's not a card I would expect to be seeing. I'm just going to Tar Creeper here. I think Tar Creeper is definitely just... It's better to get a strong presence on board and allow us to Jade Lightning next turn if we need it. Oh, that's a good move for our opponent. There's no doubt about it. I am tempted to Hero Power Jade Claws unless we get something better. Yeah, that's unfortunate. No elementals for us. But this now, you know, allows us to begin putting things on board. We haven't really done much of that so far this game. And we are going to have that Hex to take out Savannah Highmane next turn, which is nice. And basically, that's how you play this matchup. You basically play it waiting for Savannah Highmane. That's unfortunate, but it's not the worst thing in the world for us. Also not the worst thing in the world for us. Despite us not being able to kill it for free, not the end of the world. And we hang on to our weapon again. Because we will want to kill that, because actually when we Hex Savannah Highmane this turn, it does turn into a 0/1 beast. Oh, it's all other minions. Never mind. Oh, Houndmaster. That's gross. Hey, that is pretty gross. What are we doing here? What are we doing? I think we're gonna Lightning Storm. Is this better? This is pretty good, though. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of damage if we do it that way. If we Lightning Storm Hot Spring, we have the ability then to potentially clear the board. Like, this is dying for sure, but if this high rolls, then we clear the board. which is pretty good, and it activates elementals, and that's pretty good. Let's go for it. Let's live a little. All right. Always roll high. It's a simple shaman strategy. It goes back to the early days of Hearthstone, if you weren't familiar. You just basically, if you want to do well, you just high roll on all of the choices that you have. When it comes to those, you know, this or that, you say, yes, I would actually like to take the better option. And then you win. And we will kill this, and we will play an elemental. And again, this is, I mean, I talk like jokingly about this deck in this matchup because, you know, we've seen some gameplays here of this deck where we really struggle. Obviously, Taunt Warrior. But even like that last, the mirrors are really, really tough depending on what opponents do. Please not, oh, okay. What was I going to say? Please not what? Please not, oh, that's actually kind of scary. Because we can't kill that now, can we? Yeah, we can, and I think we have to. That's an elemental, so we'll look for a taunt totem, I hope. Hey, that's not the best, but that's okay. You can't win every... Oh, and that's the other thing. That's the other key strategy for Shaman, is you have to pick your totems every time and hit them every time. And then you basically win. It's fine. Simple. Oh. That could be awful. Spirit Echo me. I guess we just attack into it. If it's fine. I'm not bothered by that. We're gonna get healing here. Oh boy. It's not healing at all. Let's put out the most power that we have right now. Because now we are kind of on a little bit of a clock. I was honestly just expecting healing. That's fine too. Yeah, this matchup, I just think we do very, very, very well in this matchup. Let's find that guy again, actually. Okay, so we found a priest instead of that Midrange Hunter. They didn't queue up right away. This is scary just because we can't play the Firefly because we're just going to give infinite draw, basically, for the priest. Oh, Silence Priest. Awful. Awful, awful news. What are we going to do here? How are we going to win this? I don't even want a totem right now. Like, if we have to eat... Like, if we have to eat the Ancient Watcher, that's fine. So the trick here is we need to find Hex. ASAP. Silence, that is awful news for us, eh? Still looking for that. Still looking for it. We could Tar Creeper. Coin Firefly. Next turn, Jade Lightning something. The issue is if this gets Shadow Word Pained. I like this play simply because it does put up a little bit of resistance to what our opponent's trying to do. We obviously don't have our Hex in the event that this gets Inner Fire, Divine... whatever the combo is, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, obviously. Now that I'm trying to think about it. Oh no. Oh no, does he have it? Divine Spirit, Inner Fire? Oh, that's so bad. Oh. Not even the end of the world, is it? I mean, it's bad. It's obviously bad. I'm tempted to Jade Claw's Maelstrom Portal. And get rid of this one. As bad as that is, that's pretty bad. Talking about bad things, we'll just do this. And then we'll hope we find a Flame Tongue or a Hex. Because this could grow out of control. Oh, Acolyte of Pain, there we go. That's good too. And it's gonna heal, it's only 1 damage in, but that's alright. I think we can do a little bit of work here, can't we? Oh, there's that Flame Tongue. Is that enough for anything? That kills that. This is 3, 6, 7. This is fine. And then the question is, what do we do next? What do we do for this turn, actually? Forget next turn. How are we going to finish? I mean, we need to clear it. So this Flame Tongue's coming down, but the question is, do we want another Jade? Or do we want another Hero Power? And I think I'll go Hero Power. Oh, or do we want the Flame Elemental? No, we're going to say Flame Elemental for Kalamos, actually. That much, we need to do. So this goes here. And I have to take the damage, a little bit of damage, but that's okay. And now again, yeah, this is definitely better. Our Jades aren't big enough to really warrant, like, yes, I need to throw out to have a bigger board. And now this turn we can go with Jade Lightning, Jade Claws, if we need it, going into turn 6. Like, if our opponent does something silly here, we can do that. Shadow Visions. And it was actually important to note, I did see, that Divine Spirit we saw was the real one. That being said, there have been a couple Shadow Visioned cards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is getting out of control. How do we do this? Spirit Echo these? No, thank you. Although Spirit Echo will be very good in this matchup. Actually, maybe a Spirit Echo is enough. You know what? I think it's... Hold on. You know why? Because all we need really here are things and Flame Tongue. Like, Flame Tongue's really, really good here. So maybe we do Spirit Echo, as crazy as it is. Oh, that's silly though, right? Like, we don't want to fill our hand with that stuff. And we'll do this. Yeah, we got to find better stuff to Spirit Echo. We can't be that desperate. Our opponent has tons of resources. And we know it's a Silency, Inner Fire, Divine Spirit deck. There we go. We're not scared of that thing. Why would we be worried? It's not like its HP are going to get doubled up to 16 now, right? 10. 10. Who's worried about 10 hit points? 10 health, hit points. What is this? Uh-oh. Oh, brutal. That is pretty bad, actually. We're going to have a harder time getting rid of that now than I'd hoped. This is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Horrible. But that's still good because it does get it down. The issue is our opponent might be running circles, which would then be brutal. I'm tempted to dump my hand. Oh, I can't do it all, though. Because if I Jade Lightning and play the Firefly and Spirit Echo, I'd be on board with that. But we can't. What is this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Or do I just have to kill this? No, I think we want to do that for sure. We'll do this. Yeah, I'll take less damage. Thank you very much. We'll get rid of the health there. And we'll go that way. Just in case there's any sort of other shenanigans. And yes, that meant, you know, the Tar Creeper does die here. But potentially okay. Doubling that health again. Woo! That's big. Spirit Echo now would have been great. I mean, the silences have been played, right? Is that a Murloc? Do we just heal? Do we just heal for 12? Like, there's nothing else. I mean, we can get yeah. We heal for 12 and hope that our opponent can't do it again, right? Yeah, I mean, we have Kalamos for a reason, right? This is a deck that's built, the one that we're playing, just to be clear. It's built on, you know, a crazy amount of burst damage. So we heal ourselves out of at least what we have on board, and it's not like our opponent's going to be running double Mind Vision or Mind Blast Mind Vision. They are running Mind Vision. We saw them. Shadow Visions is what we saw. What's wrong with me? Ooh, buffed it up to 14. I don't mind if I do. That's terrifying. Can we even kill this? No, we still can't. We literally need to get, what can we do? What can we do? We just need a Taunt Totem. Otherwise we lose. Oh, we could have Spirit Echoed earlier, but this wouldn't have died though. Like, our opponent never would have attacked. 7, 8, 10, 11. Like, even, the thing is, like, even if we had Spirit Echoed and then attacked, like, with Kalamos to kill it, we couldn't have played it again.
I wonder.
So if I had actually attacked in last turn, we wouldn't be in this situation. Unbelievable. Oh, we'd misplayed that. We did, actually, because look, they changed the attack to be equal to health, and because of that buff, like, it would have been still down if we had attacked in last turn. crazy. I honestly thought we were completely safe there.
Power is mine.
Maybe they'll miss it. Maybe they won't realize. If we get a hex now, I'll just be angry. Oh well, that would have saved us last turn as well, actually, if we had top decked this instead. Yeah, come on. I see. This is the thing. We let our opponent do that. There's no need for BM doing other cycling, whatever else happens. Oh, that's interesting. That was actually a misplay by us. We should have attacked into that minion because the whole way that our opponent wins there is by buffing through health. Whoops, that should be something simple because I really do enjoy watching that deck. And the whole reason I want to get to the rank floor 10 is so we can start playing with it, but not in this video. Okay, everyone, I'm done. Stop babbling. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to continue pushing here. Keep your stick on the ice. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that big red button below that says